All right, guys, welcome to Crypto Price Alerting.
No!
Welcome everyone back to Crypto Growth and Security. Today is August 1st, 2025. I knew it was a huge day in the market. It's going to have a big effect on the market, whether it's going to go up or down. But today it actually crashed. Today was a big crash, right? Right now it's 6:41 in the morning. I'm making this video for y'all. But what do we do with this crash? What happens? I told you in my last video, there's pullbacks and retraces, and they are healthy. Now, with the news, the leading up to the news of the August 1st, you had the Federal Reserve not lowering the interest rates. You had Donald Trump doing the copper tax, a 50% tax. You had the new SEC incentive thing that was passed. You have 5 to 6 different catalysts that was happening from July, maybe 25th up until August 1st, right? So with the increase as the market was actually up from the last retrace a couple of weeks ago, it would make sense that it would probably be a stronger retrace crash. What you don't realize is these things are not to panic on. These are actually buying opportunities. If you understand the macro picture, when you scan out in the micro and the small scale, it panics us when we see our portfolio drop. When we see our Bitcoin right now drop from 118,000 to right now it's 114.9. Okay? When you see that drop, okay, that a percentage, 3, 4, 5, whatever percentage this is, it'll cause you to panic. And then, as you know, Bitcoin is the dominant cryptocurrency. That once Bitcoin retraces 3, 4, 5%, then everything under it is going to drop down 7, 10, 15, 20. When you go to meme coins, 30 and 40, right? So you'll see your XRP go down right now is 295. Right? From last week, it was 320 and stuff like that, right? Then you'll see Ethereum now is 36.2, right? So as I teach y'all, even on my Patreon and my investment group, you have to have your stop losses set just so you don't panic, just in case some cataclysmic event happened and everything really does crash. But this ain't a crash. So I titled it a crash because people's emotions will see that your income or your portfolio, your monetary value will decrease, and you will think it's a crash, but it's not a crash. It's just a retrace, a pullback, and that's healthy in this market. It actually gives you more time, more buying opportunities. So what I did, I took advantage of it, right? So I had, I wanted some other positioning, right? So to grab some Bitcoin at 114, see now it says 114.8. Right now to grab some Bitcoin at 114, that's a decent price. So let's say if it because 115 was a floor, these are levels, right? Retracement levels, right? If it goes back down, the next retracement level is about 112. If it hits there, you should be buying a little more. You understand? Then if it goes down, the next retracement level, I think under that is about 105. If it hits there, you should be grabbing some more, right? And then what you can also set up for those with bigger portfolios, you can have the retracement levels where you cash out a nice bulk just in case it's a huge, but it gotta be a cataclysmic event. Something fundamental have to happen in the news, and none of that is happening. You understand? None of that is happening. This is just a strong retrace, right? Now, then, because I got my level set, right, on my Kraken, I got level set that I'm going to buy at the 105. I'm going to buy the 102, right? Now, if it goes under 100, then that's different. That meant something, for it to do that, something crazy had to happen, something real. It's just not going to do that in this time frame of the market, especially with all the events that are happening, with institutional money and the governments and everything positioning themselves to regulate and adopt cryptocurrency into the overall broad financial landscape. It's foolish. You're looking at the smaller picture. You have to look in the long range, long term. Like when we was telling people in our investment group years ago to buy Bitcoin when it was 20,000. When we was telling them to buy when it was 60,000, when we watched it go from 60 to 100 in like one day, right? So for those, when we was telling them to buy XRP when it was $1.15, when it was $1, when I was telling them when it's around the 220 range, that's a good buying position, make sure that, and then setting your take profit levels, right? And now XRP is 295 right now. If you had it when we were saying at $1 something, you wouldn't be panicking. Or 220, it's you're still way in the green. Now you might see a decrease in your portfolio profit, but that will come back later. There are things happening. I'm about to show y'all. So what do you do in this crash of August 1st, 2025, what appears to be a crash? You just, hopefully you learn to set your stop losses for major drops, but basically you just sit still. You pay attention to the news. If you have any dry powder, which is called extra asset money, you actually buy more. You understand? If you could get you some Bitcoin at this 114.9, right? Later, when it's back up to 120, later when it go up to 150, you'll be like, I got it at 114. You see? So later, when Bitcoin set these new highs, right? When it goes up to about 150, 170, right? And then it does retraces. When it only comes down to 130, right? And that's the lowest that it's going, you got it at 114. You understand? So it probably won't go down there anymore. So no matter later when it does those strong retraces and come down, when it's up to 170 and stuff, and a big strong crash like today, a crash, it go down to 130, you still in the green because you got it at 114. See, this is how the market goes. If you were to listen to Crypto Growth and Security and Crypto Price Alerting on our Patreon and our investment group, you would have got it at 60,000. You would have got it at 90,000. You would have got it when it went to 76,000 a month ago, when it retraced. You would have got it at 30,000. So none of this would matter. This is just short-term noise, volatility. On the macro, the long scale, you're trying to just buy like the whales, the rich people are doing, like the corporations, Chase, Visa, Metaplanet, BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity, Michael Saylor, Strategy, or just all of the world, the countries, Venezuela, Africa, China, Russia. This is what they all doing. They are buying. Oh, I can guarantee you they buying this up, this 14.9. But y'all probably gonna say, well, why we don't see it? It's under the table buying. You won't see it till later. Later, what they're doing is it's a market manipulation thing. It's a thing that they're buying stuff under the table, different wallets, different ways of accumulating, so it doesn't show up on the chart. So it doesn't show up, right? So as the people are panicking and the fear selling, they're buying millions and millions and millions and billions of dollars of it now, right? While you're panicking and thinking it's a crash and everything. And then later, when it skyrockets up to 180, that's when all of those transactions manifest, show themselves in the broad market, in the open landscape. And then you won't realize, well, how did it shoot up to just 180? That's how it shot up. For those who was in our class and watching in our investment group, you remember when it shot up from 60,000 straight up to 100,000 one night, overnight, without no buy. It wasn't like some news, some trillions of dollars just pumped in. Because this is what's happening now. It's the new digital currency, the new crypto financial marketscape landscape. And the way that these things are done now, these transactions, they're done in so many different ways that it's not always visible on the forefront, right? So what do? Don't panic. Don't panic. Buy more if you got more assets. Set stop losses for if you don't want to, don't sell all, right? If you want to set a stop loss at Bitcoin at 112, right? And might take out maybe 20% of yours, 30%, just in case. And then if you want to set another stop loss at maybe 105, if it goes down there, and you might take out another 30% or something, right? But then you got to remember where they were, because when it goes back up, you want to, after that, if it hits your stop loss, after it hits it, then you set another buyback for that amount you took out. Let's say if you took out at 112, you want to set another buy order there so that it can buy it back. Because overnight while you sleep, it could just shoot past your 112. And now you're out of your position, and it probably won't even come back down there for a long time, if ever later, if ever, you see. So, and I learned these from mistakes. So right now, yep, it's still going down. It's down 315%. It's 114.7. All right, so now if it goes down to 112, that's going to trigger a lot of fear. A lot. Y'all think it's 6 in the morning now, 7 in the morning, right? America is just starting to wake up in the market. People are going to wake up and see their portfolio down. They're going to wake up and see all these red, right? It's going to hit all the charts, and then they're going to panic sell. And this is what the institutions want. They want you to panic sell. August 1st, this is a big time for a crypto market. It was either going to go up, with people predicting going to skyrocket today, or it did the reverse crash. But what you don't realize is that reverse crash, for those who really know the market, is actually bullish. It's actually a time that they want to be able to buy. You understand? So later when it go up. All right. So XRP is holding still 295. Tron seemed to hold well through this. Tron didn't go down that much. Right? Tron held up well. Right? So, all right, so yeah, and ETH is holding up. ETH is not 36. It went down almost 7%, 36.1. I think I got my ETH at 34. If it goes down to 34, it's going to cash out probably like 10, 20%. Then if it drops down to 32, it's going to cash out a decent amount. But that means something crazy is going on. This is how you secure, right? But then once it cashes something out, I immediately have to set a buy order for, if it go back up and reach that, it'll put my position back, because you don't want to lose your position for the long haul, right? Because that happened to me. I had a XRP sell. I took a profit. I didn't take profit. I actually sold most of it at 290, which was a mistake. And then it shot up. It went down under it, and I took it, and I didn't put my buy back when it go over 290 to 290 again for it up, and I did it, and it went all the way up to 365. So I had to wait I had to wait 2 months for the next time it reached back down to 290, and I got back in. But I lost that time that I could have took the profit from, because I had it at, I think from 220 to 290, I took that profit. I was only supposed to take the profit like a percentage, maybe 10%. But what I did was I took most of it. So then it went back up. It skyrocketed back up, and I was out all that profit, right? So I teach you so you don't make these mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So if you can learn from my mistakes, that shows your wisdom, right? But a wise man learns from his own mistakes. A wiser man learns from the mistakes of others. All right, now, so, yep, Bitcoin 14.7, still going down. And that's going to make other stuff crash even lower, but I don't care. If it, I got my level set, I'm going to be getting some better positions if it go down more, because it's the confidence you have to have in the market. Now, how can you help us build our confidence? Let me show you. This should help build your confidence. Today's news. The SEC chair, Paul Atkins, launches Project Crypto, a comprehensive initiative to update securities regulations and to transition the United States financial markets to the blockchain. Do you understand? So it says, forging the future of America's leadership in the golden age of finance. So this crypto, this little crash today, if you're looking at the bigger picture, what the world is coming into this space, this would mean nothing. This would be a buy opportunity for you. That's why I have to show you what's happening, lest my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That's what the scriptures say, right? So I have to teach you so that you can understand, okay, I can't look at the micro and trip out. I got to look at the bigger picture, right? So today, he launched a Project Crypto, okay? A comprehensive initiative to update securities regulations, right? I think it's the other day, right? But today it comes. So it says, so today I would like the world to go on notice that under my leadership, the SEC will not stand by idly and watch innovations develop overseas around the world while our capital money markets, America, remains stagnant. Okay? He says, today I'm announcing the launch of Project Crypto. Okay, a commission-wide initiative to modernize the securities, rules, and regulations to enable America's financial markets to move on-chain, blockchain, right? Just a few weeks ago, President Trump signed the Genius Act, ensuring that America will continue to lead in global payments with a gold standard stablecoin regulatory framework. Okay, so this, right? That's why I'm launching Project Crypto. Directing the Security and Exchange Commission's policy divisions to work with the Crypto Task Force led by Commissioner Pierce to swiftly develop proposals to implement PWG's recommendations. Okay, Project Crypto will ensure that the United States remains the best place in the world to start a business, develop cutting-edge technologies, all this, crypto, and participate in capital markets. We will reshore. Let me make it big for the people at home with the little phones. We will reshore, see that? We'll reshore the crypto businesses that fled our country, particularly those that were crippled by the previous, the old SEC, who was attacking cryptocurrency, right? Previous administration's regulation by enforcement crusade. So this is what's happening now. So you got to look at the bigger picture. Yes, it went down. Bitcoin is 114.7. Okay, yeah. We'll say if it even goes, watch later when it's 170,000. You'll be remembering this video. Okay. So here, look. This is today. It says, just in, J.P. Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon says he believes in stablecoins and blockchain technology. Now, this dude was totally against crypto a couple of months ago, a year ago, right? He was, it's not this, it's not a financial instrument, it's not this. A lot of them now, they look fully face or stupid face, right? And now they have to change their tune because they have no choice. This is where the future is going. They either get in the game or be left behind, right? So these are all today. Right? So J.P. Morgan Chase said he believes in stable coins. Okay, so what I'm showing you is to give you confidence of this crash. What do I do with crash today? It crashed. That don't mean nothing. Look at the big scale. Just then, Tether announces $2.6 billion in profits this year from its Bitcoin and gold holding. 2.6 billion profits it made. You see, Africa's largest crypto exchange introduces tokenized US equities on its platform. Africa's top crypto exchange by volume has rolled out X stocks, becoming the first platform in the African region, to provide tokenized exposure to US listed equities. All right? This is cryptocurrency worldwide. Visa, this is all today, right now news. Visa adds PYUSD, that's PayPal stablecoin, cryptocurrency, USDG, which I like to own now because they pay 4% APR on your money for having your stablecoin on Kraken, right? USDG, which is United States global dollar, right? And EURC to its settlement platform. Visa is expanding its stablecoin settlement platform to include PayPal USD, PYUSD, global dollar, USDG, and Circle's Euro-backed EURC stablecoin, along with support for 2 additional blockchains. I think that's Avalanche and something else, right? That'll come out later, right? So again, this is all today. So it's crashing. I woke up. It's now 7 in the morning. My Bitcoin is 114.7. My Ethereum is 36.11. My XRP is 295. What's going on? I'm panicking. The crypto market. Everything. The sky is falling. Chicken Little. The sky is falling. No, it's not. Solana's 168. Be still. Be still, children of the Most High. It will look, this is what the market really is. So all of these institutions are buying this dip. This is called buy the dip. Look, FTX and Alameda Research staked 20,000 Ethereum. They staked Ethereum valued at 79 million, okay, on Wednesday, the day before yesterday, according to data, all right? So these trillionaire and billionaire companies staking 79 million. Do you think they're staking? Staking mean they staking it and holding it for a period of time. Do you think they're staking it scared that today it could be a drop, a crash, or do you think they're buying more with this retrace crash, right? Because right now, ETH is 36. When they staked it, 79 million 2 days ago, I think it was 38. High 38 too, maybe even 39. 79 million they stake. So you think they panicking? Oh my goodness, it dropped this percentage from the other day. It dropped 3%, 4%. They're looking at the bigger picture. Later when ETH is 8,000 a coin, right? And they staked it at 38. Do you see the difference? You see the big picture? Let's go. SharpLink, the gaming, buys 11,000 ETH, worth 43 million. SharpLink Gaming, known for adopting an Ethereum ETH treasury strategy, has acquired 11,200 ETH for around 43 million. Do you think they're panicking? No, they're prepping up for the big picture, guys. Just today, there you go. Visa also announces support for Avalanche and Stellar, right? That's XLM, all right? That's what, when I was giving the news about Visa, doing the USDG and all of that, all right? So these are the American corporations worldwide that you already use adopting cryptocurrency, adopting blockchain technology. It's coming one with the system. So look, it still went down. Now it's 14.6 for Bitcoin. So the further it go down, the more people panic, the more it's going to drop, the more the whales, the institutions are going to buy more. I just need y'all to know that, all right? I'm really understanding this. You know, I mean, I used to panic before when I see my portfolio drop and everything. I used to panic and, you know what I mean, trying to secure it and everything instead of if you just would have bought and held, right? If I would have just bought my Bitcoin years ago, when I first started teaching it a couple of years ago, and it was 20,000, and just held, just did nothing, just bought more and more and more and left it alone, it would have went from right now 20,000 to 114.5, $20,000 to 114.5. So do you think I would be panicking when I got it at 20,000? No, there would be nothing. I mean, the rug would have to come out, but let me explain you. The rug can't come out because the world is involved. You see, Visa is involved. SharpLink Gaming, 43 million. Alameda Research, 79 million. All right, global USD dollar. You understand? PayPal is involved. Africa is involved. Everywhere. Tether just made 2.6 billion in profits. You understand? JP Morgan believes is involved, bringing their companies and their trusts into buying in their retirement accounts. The SEC, the United States government, Security Exchange Commission is involved. It ain't a scam. It ain't going nowhere. Let's continue. This is it. The SEC Chair Atkins launches the Project Crypto Initiative. All right? And I'll do that another time. Cardone Capital buys Bitcoin dips. So Grant Cardone bought 1,000 Bitcoin worth 115 million amid this drop. This news is right here now. This was a couple of hours ago. So I'm showing you the proof of what I'm talking about. So Grant Cardone Capital just bought 115 million worth of Bitcoin at this drop. He probably got it at about 4 hours ago, probably at 115,000. Right now it's 114,006. You think Grant Cardone is tripping? You think he's like, oh, I shouldn't have put another 115 million. It dropped down to 114. The sky is falling. Chicken Little. No. He's probably like, all right, if it dropped, we gotta keep an eye on it. If it dropped even lower, we're gonna get some more. Do y'all see? All right? Now, the White House announces that due to Canada's continued inaction and retaliation, Trump said he's gonna bump his tariffs up to 25 to 35%. So as Trump is doing his business with the rest of the world with these tariffs and taxes, these little panic fundamental news event are going to have an effect, and people are going to sell, and it's just temporary. This stuff settles over. Let Trump do him. Let him handle these other countries who want to do all this stuff and send all their goods and don't want to pay tax when we got to pay taxes, and we got to pay tariffs to go into their countries and sell stuff where our old administration was folio, and understand. So Trump, these markets, if people get scared, don't let them do, let they do. The United States getting some backbone, some financial backbone now. Let them build their backbone. Let them build their structure. You stand strong. I'm showing you where the market is going, where the crypto is going. You have an opportunity to change your financial wealth of your future. This is a great global reset of the economy. Do you understand? Right now, don't miss out on it. All right? Look, breaking news. Trump says cryptos like XRP will replace our partner with banks like JP Morgan Chase. This comes after 196 trillion is set to enter the XRP ledger on August 3rd through a real token built on the XRP. Now, I don't know if this will come to pass or not. This is just some of the bullish news that crypto people be talking about. But I do know that this August usually triggers the altcoin season in this 4-year bull run cycle. So there is a lot of stuff. So us starting August 1st with a strong retrace is actually really powerful. I try to teach, when I teach my investment group, these retraces, you can look at them as like a slingshot, like you pulling back the rubber band, right? The further it pulls back, the further the projectile when it retraces, when it goes the opposite direction. So the lower this pulls back, the higher it's gonna go later, the bounce. And this August is a stellar, and this 4-year bull cycle is a stellar time of exponential growth. If you understand where we're at on the bullish trend, you would understand that it's all setting up for a takeoff. And all right, so it says 196 trillion set to enter the XRP ledger on August 3rd. I don't know, whatever. If it is or not, if it is, good. Cause I actually bought a little more XRP on this pullback, okay? I bought a little more because I was out of my position. So I look at this, I got another time to get back in, and I'm not messing with it this time. I mean, I got my stop loss set for any crash happen, but I need to play the long picture now, because when it takes off, right? When it does shoot up, when you see this arrow of it going, and then now it's playing around up here, you won't even get back down here no more. You ain't getting back down, getting your Bitcoin at 60,000 no more. You ain't getting it down at 20,000 no more. Probably ever in your long-legged life, okay? So this is how you work the market. I'm here to teach you. August 1st is supposed to be an important day financially. Financially. Not a prediction, but we know something is close. I hear murmurs the SEC will withdraw their case against Ripple today. No wonder there's so many distractions today. These are the massive events, weather events. You got all these tsunamis, all this weather event happen. They say you got some news about some alien invasion. You got grounded planes. It says expect the unexpected. So it was a little crash today. Well, it's a whole bunch of crazy news, fundamental going on. But the bigger picture is stuff like this. Ledger's institution tokenization program launches today, August 1st. Okay? These things are happening. Trillions in crypto are coming to 401k plans in the United States. You currently have the option to roll over your older 401ks and your RIAs into at iTrust Capital before this goes mainstream. The whole world is going crypto, digital, okay? So again, this little temporary crash is a buying opportunity. Look at the macro, the bigger picture. Trillions in crypto are coming to 401k plans and pensions and all that. All right. So hopefully y'all have some more confidence of what happened today. This was Crypto Growth and Security. Keep like and subscribe, please. I'm gonna make more of these videos. I'm about to be in my crypto video bag now, teaching y'all, showing y'all what's going on, building your bag, getting your confidence. All right, I love y'all. See you on the next video. This is not financial advice, guys. Remember, love the Most High, y'all. We out. Lego.